Hello, it's Peanut. I got a little double trouble today. Found another one at a local auction. It's a double barrel 12 gauge Lefever Nitro Special. I already started working on the barrels. The barrels were rusted, a lot of surface rust. The wood's kind of beat up. The butt plate or the butt pad is cracked. Everything works on it. I shot it. It shoots. The receiver is rusted. It has I think the duck. Is it a duck on there? I don't know. How you can kind of see it. The forearm's not too bad. It's got what looks like a crack there. I don't know if I'll address that or not. The left barrel had some dents in it. Still has some tiny little dents in it. Tiny little dings. They're just dings. Had some pretty good sized dents in it. And I watched a YouTube video where a guy, he found a socket that was the right size. And he just tapped it down through. And it raised the dents out. It worked pretty good for me because it had three pretty good sized dents in it. Dents. They were actually down in. And it raised them up. Now it's got a lot of little dings in it. You can see from sanding where it didn't sand. They're just tiny little dings. It's got a couple here. You can feel them. I'm in the process of stripping the barrels. But I guess this is a before. What I want to show you is there's the receiver, all rusted. It's not deep though, it's just a lot of surface rust. But the triggers and the trigger guard. This must have been an old barn shotgun they shot rats with and they left in the corner of the barn or something. But it was pretty well beat up, but it's, functional. I'm going to take this receiver off and I'm going to soak it in vinegar overnight. And I'm going to show you what it does to it. I'm going to soak the receiver and the four grip iron because that's rusted too. I could just clean that off, but I'm going to soak that in vinegar too so it matches. And then I'm going to take it out. I don't know if I'm going to do the 4 grip or not. I might just clean that off. The Birchwood KC Blue and Rust Remover works really good. I just don't have, you only get a little bit of that. I might just do that with this because that's the only part you see right here. Clean that up really good. But once this comes out, it should have all the rust off of it. And then I'm going to immediately dry it, blow it off. I might rinse it, I don't know yet, but I don't want it to start any kind of rust. I'm going to immediately blue it rather than leave it. Last one I did turned white, and it stayed white. It looked almost like aluminum, and of course this is steel. But that was the acid in the vinegar. But I'm going to take that off, and hopefully that removes all that rust and makes it all clean. So I'm going to get that set up, and we're going to do it. Got my vinegar, dirty for cleaning my receiver. And I just wanted to mention, this stock was bolted from the back with this. So that's the best kind of shotgun when they're bolted from the back. The stocks tend to not crack as much, but it has a square tip on it, or square end, square head with a screwdriver slot. If you ever run into one of these that the screwdriver slot's bad, these are 3/8. You just take a 3/8 extension, use the back side of it, fits right over the head of that. And then you extend that out. You can always put vice grips on it, or just use a 3/8 wrench and back that bolt out. If you ever come across one, I come across one time. The screwdriver, it was all stripped out, So, I mean, it's 3/8, so I just used a socket. I just wanted to mention that in case anybody ever come across, had trouble getting one of them out. Okay, so I'm going to put my receiver in. I got an old, I don't know, cooking pot. I'm going to put my vinegar in. We're going to let it sit overnight. I've installed a new butt pad that I got. I picked this up for $1 or $2 at my local gun store. I got a couple extras of these laying around just in case I ever need them. This one says Remington. It's almost a perfect fit, except for it's a little too fat. I'm going to try to sand that down when I get to it, but I wanted to show you. I put that on there. I don't know if I'll get to sanding it yet or not. Welcome back. My vinegar didn't work very good. First time I did that, I had brand new vinegar with a cup of lemon juice, and it cleaned that receiver up really good. Now since then I've used that same solution to clean about 3 sets of chains, and it worked really good, and I've had that sitting there for 3 or 4 months. So I think maybe the acid neutralized. It didn't work so good, so I just steel wooled it, but I got her all back together. Barrels turned out pretty good. I ordered a new bead sight, so I got to get that in yet. The other one was twisted off. I got it coming in the mail. But receiver turned out pretty good. The wood turned out pretty good. I married my butt pad pretty good. Put 2 drywall screws in it. Looks pretty good. This looks a lot better than what it did when I got it. I'll probably show you that bead sight when I get it. There it is. Full working order. Hello, welcome back. I got my bead sight on. I got a number 4 bead sight. It was a little loose. I don't know if they make a bigger one or not, so I mixed up some Gorilla epoxy, and I put a little bit in the hole, and I stuck the bead sight in, and it's hardened up. So I think it's going to work just fine. Couple things I want to go over. Now, I don't edit my videos. They're unscripted. I'm just an everyday guy that likes double barrels. I'm not a gunsmith. I just wanted to say that, put that out there. I just love double barrels. I don't know why. There's just something about double barrel I love, and I brought this one kind of back from the brink. The vinegar failed. It had worked before at one time. Might try it again in the future, but I had said about bluing the receiver. Once I cleaned the rust off of it, I just couldn't do it. I mean, they weren't, the factory didn't blue them. They were case hardened, so I couldn't do it. I figured I would to protect it, but I didn't. The barrels, I sanded them and then steel wooled them, and I used Birchwood Casey Super Blue. Followed the directions. Took about 2 coats. You put it on 30 seconds. I usually wait a couple minutes. Rinse it off. Dry it. Steel wool it. Give it another coat. Do the same thing. And then give it a coat of oil and let it cure overnight. And those barrels turned pretty black. I'm pretty happy with it. The crack in the forearm, when I had the wood apart, I tried to separate it. It wouldn't separate, so I put a little super glue on the inside and I just let it go. There was a tiny crack It looked like in here somewhere, when I sanded it, it came out, so it might have just been a scratch. So, pretty much all done. Pretty happy with it. I don't know why I like this one. One thing nice about it is it opens up really far. Most of them, even my newer ones, will open up about that far. You got just enough room to get your shells out. Where this one opens up just a little bit farther. Again, it's a Lefever Nitro Special, made by Lefever Arms, Ithica, New York. Uncle Dan would be proud of me, I think. He made some good shotguns. He made a lot of good things. Anyway, I guess that's about all I can say about it. I'm going tomorrow to look at a Crescent Arms at an auction that looks kind of dirty and beat up and rusted with a crack in the stock somewhere. So I'm going to bid on that, and I promise if I bring it home I won't start working on it. I'll do a video of it and show you exactly what it looks like before I start, if I win it. And I'll go $100, $125 maybe for it. I'll have to look at it first, but there she is. Double barrel. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If videos like this interest anybody, let me know. Positive critique is fine. If you say I look drunk and I shouldn't be handling firearms or something like that, I'm just going to delete your comment. I'm tired. I worked all night. I just got off work. I do videos a lot of times after work, so yeah, I am tired. But I'm not shooting it. I'm not handling any ammo. Basically, right now I got my bead sight in the mail, so I had to put that on. And now the gun's finished. It's going to go in the gun rack. Strangely enough, it's one of my favorites. If you watch my channel and you see all the double barrels I do, you know I have quite a few. This is one of my favorites. Anyway, thanks for watching.